Hi everyone, welcome to the Emerging Designer Intensive webinar series. Today we'll be focusing on how to find a sales rep that will be a perfect fit for your brand. This publication of the Emerging Designer Intensive series is copyrighted by the Fashion Potential, who has the exclusive rights under the Copyright Act to make and distribute copies of this course. No part of this course may be reproduced, revised, or distributed in any form or by any means, including photocopying, emailing, recording, and uploading and embedding to other websites without prior written permission from the Fashion Potential. Unauthorized copying of all or part of this course will infringe on copyright and may result in legal remedies and damages. So before we begin our webinar, I'll tell you a little bit about myself and why I started the Fashion Potential. I have over 15 years of experience working in the New York City fashion industry, working in areas such as sales, merchandising, and product development. I started my career as a retail assistant buyer working for Belk department stores in New York City. I then moved on to such areas as sales and merchandising for companies like Liz Claiborne, Calvin Klein, Nicole Miller, Cynthia Rowley, Rocawear, and Joe's Jeans. I was an instrumental force in the brand launch of the Harajuku Lovers and Lamb handbag brands. In 2007, I decided I need to learn something more. I really wanted to find out more about the internet and how it worked. I knew it was very important for the future. So in my spare time, I created the popular website called Workchic. I then sold it in 2010 and I created the Fashion Potential. I want to give back to others what I wish someone had told me when I started out in the fashion industry. I've seen it all and I know how fashion is done the right way and also the wrong way. I look forward to helping you launch a successful fashion brand. So you have a product, now what? You know the saying, if I had a dollar every time a designer asked me that question. Well, I get asked that question all the time. Designers have great products, but they don't know how to get it out there. They have a fabulous product, they don't know how to move forward. Sales might not be their strength. They know the retail market is saturated and the economy is less than stellar. So how does a fashion designer gain the attention of a buyer and capture that sale? This webinar will focus on how to find a sales rep that will be a perfect fit for your brand. As a designer, you have to ask yourself, when are you ready to hire a sales rep? If selling just isn't your thing, it is best to hire someone that can mirror your own passion for your product. This person can take your business to the next level while you focus on other things in your company. What to expect from a sales rep? They'll solicit orders from new and prospective customers. They'll sell your manufactured garments, accessories, and other fashion products to fashion buyers. They'll provide catalogs and marketing materials of the company's product line. They'll handle product inquiries of clients. They'll listen to customer concerns. They'll address product-related issues. They'll enlarge their client base by developing excellent customer relations. And they'll also survey, analyze, and prepare proposals for new prospects and old clients. So let's break down the term sales reps. It may have different definitions than what you may be used to. For example, a manufacturer's rep. They often work for a larger brand. They're employees of the company. They work directly for the manufacturer. For example, I was one for Joe's Jeans and many other companies. I worked directly for the company However, I did sales for them and worked with their larger accounts. That's called a manufacturer or a company salesperson. A showroom rep. A showroom rep work directly for a showroom, and they are an employee of that showroom. For example, you may find a showroom that has a myriad of different brands in their assortment mix. The reps that work for them, whether in their showroom or at a trade show, work for them. Road reps. In a nutshell, these are traveling salespeople on the go. They will take your samples out on the road to show your product. Often they are working for a showroom, but they often could be an independent contractor. They work for themselves, they work out of their home, and again, they're constantly on the go, going to accounts that they're familiar with in a specific territory. Regional and independent reps. These are same as road reps. They are independent contractors. They work in an assigned territory. They may work out of a showroom, for example, in LA Market, Dallas Market, but in an assigned territory. So how do you choose which rep is best for you? So you've thought this through, you need some help in sales, and now you want to meet with a showroom. Here's what to expect. Here's a showroom example. It's really busy. You can tell there's some press in the showroom looking at some product. There's a video camera. It's always bustling. You can see a salesperson in the background helping a photographer shoot a sample. A showroom can be very, very simple. For example, here's just some plain rolling racks with the product. And then it can be more intricate, and I'll show you some examples on the next slide. Here's another apparel showroom. It's more inviting than the last one that I showed you. It has actual fixtures to display the product properly. There's a table with chairs so the buyers can sit and work. There's signage that displays the brand. For example, this brand is called Full Circle. There's some posters in the back of lifestyle shots of the product. There's a mannequin displaying the product. There's also some grid racks in the back where you can hang up actual outfits so the buyers can really see what they're buying from month to month and what their assortment will look like. So now you're ready to meet with showrooms or sales representatives. Before you even begin to ask them questions, inquire about what they do, you have to sell yourself and your brand. Really put your best foot forward. Now's the time to shine. A lot of these showrooms can be intimidating. They do have a lot of brands. They may not necessarily be looking for a new brand to represent. So really sell yourself and your brand. First, start by showing the representative or showroom your completed line of sales samples, marketing materials, so that you can share the long-term vision of your company. They really will be interested if you can have a strategic plan that shows your vision of your company. Here are some highlights to share with the showrooms or sales representatives. You want to highlight stores that you've gotten into without a showroom. You should be trying to get your product line in at least a few brand building stores, whether they're online or brick and mortar, before taking on a showroom. They want to see that you've taken that initiative, even if it's your own website. They want to know that your product has sold somewhere before they take on your brand. Any press coverage that you may have received, whether it's via blogs, magazines, local TV shows, they want to really see who is talking about you. They want a brand that people are talking about. That brings more press to their showroom. Make sure you mention investors. They want to make sure that your business is secure and they feel comfortable about vesting their time into selling your line. Plus, it would also show them that they will get paid in the future. Really talk up your business investors. It brings a comfort level and also creates a lasting partnership with a showroom or sales representative. Your resume and experience. Providing background information provides insight into your competency as a business person. Plus, it will explain to them why you even started this brand. Next, we'll be focusing on how to find and select the best sales representative for your brand. Here are some key things to look for when searching for that sales representative. First thing is to find out, are they driven? If you don't get a good vibe the moment you meet them, then they aren't probably the best people or person to represent your brand. Do they seem distracted or overwhelmed? Perhaps they have too many brands that they're representing. You don't know where your brand is going to fall into their mix. Go with your intuition, go with your gut feeling. If you don't get that initial first impression and it's not very good, don't move forward with them. Keep on looking. The second thing to look for is honesty is the best policy. What is their reputation out in the marketplace? And you can find that from different brands that they may be representing. They may tell you the information. Really try to search out and do your research before selecting your sales representative. And third thing, do they have a clear passion? Are they passionate about the products they are selling? If you meet this sales rep at a trade show, watch them in the booth. See how they're selling the product. Do they know all the information about the product? Here's some other important questions to ask sales representatives when you meet them. One question you can ask is, what trade shows have they participated in? Now, if they don't know what you're talking about, then the sales rep is probably not for you. You want to see if they participated in some of the major shows. For example, Magic, any of the ENK shows like Coterie, or the Accessory Circuit show, Accessories the show, Capsule, Designers and Agents, Pool, Project. They really need to know these trade shows and have experience at them. If they don't have that experience, they might not be the best representative for you at this given time. You want to make sure they have that experience selling those customers in a booth setting, and especially when it's busy and multiple buyers are coming into the booth, and how they handle that situation. What accounts or stores do they currently sell to? This will be very important for your brand, as well as the other lines or brands that they're currently representing. If you have a handbag brand and you talk to a rep that mainly deals with apparel, they may not necessarily have those contacts in the handbag world. This is okay sometimes, but as you start out, you really want to go with a sales rep that currently sells your product category. Here's another question. What interested them in your collection? Was it something new for them? Is it your price point? Do they feel that their accounts will definitely need to take your brand? It's something to ask them. And how often do you expect to be in contact? Do they like to give you weekly reports on what's going on with your brand? Do you set up meetings via Skype or via email or conference call? Is there someone else that you should be following up with? Very important, so you keep those communication lines open. Next, we'll be talking about how to find and select the best sales representative for your brand. Here's where to find them. Clients. Ask your clients, whether they're retailers, buyers, friends, for recommendations. They deal with a lot of brands.